Let's talk about the Buckeyes for a second. They need to bounce back in a big way with a win, but they have big problems offensively. What are your biggest concerns, what you're seeing from the Buckeyes offense?
You know, too often the stars take turns looking like they've never played football before in their lives. Ezekiel Elliott was right after that game when he criticized the play calling, but there were a lot of plays that would have worked if good players would have just executed them. So let's go back to that Michigan State loss and looked at how the play calling progressed and why it didn't work. Now, Michigan State's defense knew that they'd pound the ball inside with Ezekiel Elliott. So they ran guys up into the box to clog things up. Now, on this play, two guys will end up unblocked at the point of attack, and Ezekiel Elliott's so good that he made them miss anyway and got something out of it. But most of the time, they pretty much bottled him up. So the play caller said, all right, they got extra guys in the blocks. Let's use Elliott to block one of those guys. But then other guys failed. These two offensive linemen had a combo block here. But watch that defensive tackle. He doesn't beat this block. They abandon that defensive tackle. As a matter of fact, the left guard doesn't even get to the linebacker before he realizes, oops. And yeah, oops is right. This play would have worked if they just would not have abandoned the guy they were supposed to block. So the play caller says, all right, well then let's use Elliott as a decoy. Let's run him out of there and draw one of the defenders out of the box. And it works. They've got everybody blocked, and all the quarterback, J.T. Barrett, has to do is follow his blocker through the hole. This linebacker would get picked off by the left guard. But watch the quarterback. Instead of following his blocker, he freaks out. And he runs to the other side where there's nobody to block that linebacker. That play would have worked. Now, if you execute these plays, you get first downs. And if you get first downs, you can pound the rock more to Ezekiel Elliott. Well, in doing what they did, the play calling, in my opinion, was wrong for this reason. They didn't throw the ball enough to Elliott when everything else broke down. He's got 24 catches on the season. He had 0 catches in this game. And when they were bottling up that front, when Michigan State was, I thought the one thing they could have gone to was throw the ball to Elliott outside so they could get them away from the big crowd. They didn't do that, and he had no catches, and that's where I think the play calling failed. That's what I'd like to see them do against Michigan if they bottle things up like Michigan State did.